Let's go, gamer.
Yeah, how are y'all doing? How are we doing, gamers? We missed a week because a cat ate my headphones. That's actually what happened.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Kitty literally ate your homework.
It really did. I woke up from a nap and my headphones were disconnected.
They were gone.
They were gone.
I gotta tilt my camera down so I can actually show my face whenever
You're muted,
I
Shane.
slouch.
Shane, you're muted?
Take a look at that Blue Yeti.
Thank you. I was gonna say the end of the headphones is just like hanging out of the cat's butt, dragging on the ground.
Oh, no. I think it was because it was like they were like Razer headphones, like cheap ones, like $90 ones. But like they had the frayed cable kind of thing, where it was like had the weird texture, and not just like the normal textures. And I think the cat loved it. Like it was like, that is a cool texture, fun in the mouth. I'm gonna bite it. As the fella's live reenacting right now.
I'm a chomp.
You can't see
I
it.
have to chomp.
We got a bite out here. But last week, y'all dealt with them lizard folk pirate lords, joining them in flame as they somewhat rejoiced. You took one of their rings. It's pretty dope. Dope ring.
Oh.
It's the ring.
Made your way back after beating up some bandits after the long do beat up. This level 2 encounter. You just walked past and then decided to come back and whoop. Steal a bunch of their money and getting paid for lighting up the lighthouse. I do not remember how much in all you eventually got.
It's like 70 something.
Yeah.
In total or per person?
Per person.
70 per person. Because yeah, that makes sense if you divided it. I mean, why would it just be 70? That's a weird sum.
Right. Yeah, because we were able to get 223 gold from the bandit. And then I don't remember how much we got paid from Baracus. Okay. So divided that by 6 was around that much.
Okay. It's around there somewhere.
Yeah, so just throw a number out there. It doesn't matter.
All right, I'll just add 70 then.
70's fine. Cheeky, I'm wondering if I can sell, I know I wasn't here last time, my vial of poison that I took from the Cave of the Ankegs.
A Cave of their Stank?
Yeah, I got their juice.
Yeah, approaching Beth about it, since she seems to be the only one dealing with poisons or tinctures or anything of the sort. Well, what do you do to make her want this valuable item you have come into contact with? The place she was imprisoned with and probably has this stench ingrained in her nostrils. How do you?
She wasn't. What? She wasn't. I don't think she was in prison with the Ankegs. She was in prison.
Oh, this is the Ankeg stuff. I thought you were grabbing the troglodyte stench, right?
Yes, not the troglodyte stench. This is the poison, the blue poison of the Ankeg.
Ankeg spit.
Right, right. She'll offer you a crisp $20 bill for that, unless you want to like rub your fingers together, roll a persuasion, and tell me how you. Get I think extra penny.
I think that's a fair price for it, if that's what she's willing. I don't see a need to haggle or anything.
Should we swap over to game view on stream?
Yes, we definitely should. Hello everyone in chat.
Hi, Dan.
Hey.
I should probably have this window open. We're gonna go into live. The webcams might be all jumbled and messed up, but that's just live.
Might need to play some Tetris or some Rubik's Cube with our cameras.
As soon as if Mikey joins, Mikey's doing school stuff right now everywhere. That's why they weren't here last week or the week before. I noticed they forget to mention whenever someone isn't here why they aren't here. As I'm angelic, this is just how the stream is.
Radio.
let's get the
$20.
Yeah, you got that crisp bill. We're dealing with coins, and you just have a $20 bill now for some reason.
What is this?
What is this? I do not understand.
What is the purpose of currency? What you comment?
I do not understand the purpose.
You're all rested up. We'll say you've taken a long rest because I think you all have. So feel free to boost your health and Flotsam's music once again enlightening you, giving you that extra bolster of.
Yes, that would be my level, which is 5, plus my charisma of 4. So 9 points.
Woo! So healthy.
Is it at all possible to try to sell off one of my items, specifically the potion of climbing?
Absolutely. Again, Beth dealing with old tinctures of the sort. Or Greycat, he might be interested in some.
Yeah, we never went to go see what Greycat has to sell.
Yeah, I'm interested in buying stuff now that I have money.
Greycat will offer you a not so crispy $50 bill, while Beth offers you 20, but in the promise that she can actually research this thing, unlike Greycat, and probably produce these things should you ever need them.
The potions of climbing?
Mm-hmm. Or any potion, really, you find to give to her.
Is she gonna...
Din is correct. $50 is $50, though.
So is she gonna remake the poison that I gave her?
She very well might, or do something with it. You think she's?
Can I ask her? Can I ask her what the effect of that poison would have done? I'm fine with having already sold it to her, but just for the purpose of her remaking it.
Let's see if I don't go into my map thing.
Get it back.
Give me that.
Mate. And I'm keeping the 20.
Kick rocks.
I guess I'll sell it to Beth. With like 50 gold. That would be really nice.
This sounds a great cat.
When are we going to need a potion of climbing?
Well, you don't. You're.
Yeah, exactly.
You're literally the only person who doesn't need
it. What about
When
you
am
guys?
I?
Climbing speed. Jeez.
When am I specifically gonna need that?
I think I speak for all of us here when I ask, why would we need this?
Why indeed? With a dang 21 medicine check, as the DM now goes to the hostile creatures to look what the poison actually does, we will see what it actually does. The acid damage itself will deal 2d6 points of acid damage to anything you pour it upon, or any person you pour it upon, as well as having to make a very low constitution saving throw or be poisoned until the end of their next turn.
Got it. I'll still sell it, but I was just
poison
wondering
hybrid.
in case she makes any new ones and we need poison, just to know.
She does say that it will help in making an anti-venom for it. Should you ever face these things again, she might be able to make something to make you more resistant to its effects.
Fine with me.
Sweet.
I'm also going to try to sell off one of the spell scrolls I got, because when we did treasure and it ended up being a bunch of spell scrolls, everyone was like, "Hey, Adelaide, you can take these."
Have them.
Yeah, I'm going to try to sell off the Thunderclap one.
Alright, that's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
We'll say that's a nice $10 for a cantrip.
That is exactly what I need, so there you go.
There you go, all works out.
You
Closes DM from Eldritch saying I need 10 gold.
I also am wanting to sell. I have like one dagger that's taking up a belt slot, and I would like to get rid of it.
You get like $1 for it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine with me. It's not serving me any purpose. In fact, it's probably actively hindering me by being on my belt, because I cannot carry a whole lot.
Then I'm gonna like turn immediately around and go spend all of my money on spells.
Over Lawrence.
Ever Stewardess, he is still flicking through many books that are piled up on his table, some that are new, that people probably have found for him in the meantime. But as you kind of sit over there, Azek makes room because he doesn't need the seat anymore. He can go away. I don't know what he does yet. I don't know what his NPC function is right now.
Oh no!
He's like a cartographer, I think. I don't know. We'll have a use for him later. As you sit down to ponder through the books, he does like look at you a few times like he wants to say something, and is obviously building up the courage to say something for like a good minute before he finally, like, with his mouth open for a whole 10 seconds, makes a noise. It's like, Adelaide?
Yes, what do you want? And she's like face down in the book. Flipping through pages.
You and your friends, acquaintances, are heading into the main capital, right? Over yonder. He kind of gingerly gestures across the mountain.
That is the end goal. Yes. We're not heading there today, but at some point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, no rush, of course. I mean, but there are now that the guards are probably all run amok, and there's no. Well, I'm not sure what's there, honestly. I'm sure the great libraries of that town are vacant, and I can't imagine anyone in the town would care for the knowledge in them, and they've just left it to rot. But people like us, I'm sure we could find a lot of value in that. So, you know, if you're ever in town, you know, if you're near the library at all, the Grand Archives over there, just maybe convince your friends to go in and have a little look for any more cool books that would help. Any adventurer who comes in here could use this knowledge, honestly. But
she's just like waiting for him to finish rambling on.
He kind of wraps his fingers on the tables a few times, like, yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, sure. Why not? And then looks down again.
He looks stunned and unable to know how to continue the conversation, so he nods and does like a somewhat of like a gesture out to like huzzah, but and just goes back to his book. Yeah, like cool.
Sweet.
So books,
finger guns.
I want to sell something too, if I can. I'd like to sell. I have a black powder pistol and a number of bullets. It says 20 on here, but I know I've used a few shots already. I don't know how many I have left.
Roll a d6. Let's see how many you're missing.
Also, I didn't know that we needed to carry ammunition, so I did not have any.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much, honestly. Yeah, 28 bullets for sellage. Considering there are many stockpiles of these black powder weaponry, they would be willing to buy it from you for 10 gold with the bullets among that. You feel like these black powder weapons, the markup is incredibly high compared to their sellback value.
Okay, well, if I know that the markup is really high, then I'm going to keep mine and I'm going to sell it for a marked up price to someone who doesn't have access.
Probably smart. Yeah, they seem to have racks of these weapons that they have just laying about from probably adventurers or guardsmen who have died, and they've just refurbished them a little.
Ra, are you in need of money?
I'm a little low. I was hoping to maybe improve the quality of my swords, but I don't have nearly enough for it.
How much do you require to do that?
I don't know. I think the blacksmith was saying 200 per weapon, but I use 2 weapons. And I don't have nearly 400. I have 158 on me.
I have enough to get you to the 1 weapon. I'm certain that 1 upgraded weapon would be better than no upgraded weapons.
Yeah, I'd say keep it for now. I would rather talk to him and see if he'll give me like a deal or something.
I shall assist you. I'll go with you to the blacksmith.
Okay. Let me actually move my little... My lady over here. Oh, I overshot it. There we go.
Okay. Hey! Blacksmithing guy!
You hear the titular metal tang of his hammer hitting his work as you walk over, as he looks over after placing one last wallop on whatever he's working on. What can I do for you?
Well, I have these 2 swords that I use frequently in battle, and I would like to get them improved somewhat. But I know that your going price is a little steep for my budget. Is there some way we could work out a deal?
He twirls his hammer around his finger much like a revolver and holsters it in a little belt loop as he puts his hands on his hips. Well, what kind of deal are you thinking?
I've never smithed metal before, so I don't actually know what you would need, but how much do we have available to us? Thoughts?
What about buy one get one half price for an upgraded weapon?
He'll squint, even though he already kind of is. His eyebrows definitely descend as he looks a bit unhappy about that. Roll a persuasion with a disadvantage for such a ridiculous offer.
Fair.
Oof, still not bad. And his prefix is grumpy, so how dare you swindle this man's? Well, he ain't got no wisdom, let me tell you that. He got a trash whiz. He scratches through his beard, like a whole layer of like soot kind of descends off of it. Well, since the gods and Brachus have been so adamant about what you've been doing for helping around here, even though I've made sure that you haven't died and your gear's up to snuff, no one thinks Harald, but you know what, sure. I can improve those 2 little windbiters.
I'll give Ra 150 gold. I think that's what you need to get to 300.
Yeah, if that's half price, then yes.
Yeah, that's one at full, 1 at half price. So yeah, I'll give you 150 gold.
How subtle are you about handing off this gold to your friend Flotsam?
I don't think I would need to be subtle because it's about to be transferred to this guy anyway, so I guess not subtle.
He stares at you as you hold a lot of money and 2 weapons.
To be fair, though, that's the rest of my, like, all but the rest of my gold, but...
I appreciate you helping me out, Flotsam.
And then I put 2 sacks of gold in front of Haroth. And then present both my blades.
He picks up the coin pouches and instantly knows how much is in them because he. Why not? Told by the weight. Yeah.
Whenever they have a contest for guess how many jelly beans are in this jar, he always wins.
Always wins. And he takes your 2 weapons, and before you know it, a few little smashes of the hammer, a little bit of a little montage, and a glint of it as he raises it in the air. He hands you back 2 much more clean and pristine looking weapons.
The quick time event happens.
Exactly. Yeah. Little orb around the X.
Yeah.
He hands you back 2 +1 rapiers, skimmies.
Did they do +1 damage too?
They're a general +1 weapon. They do +1 on the attack roll and +1 to the damage as well.
But they are not counted as magical. But you can put it as like the magic bonus just to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. More accurate, more damage, but still, if something has resistance to them, they will have resistance to them. Unless you silver them. But when you get the +2, it's considered they're made out of a valuable material. So at that point, they're magic.
Okay, I think the man.
Don't go dying on us. Don't want my work squandered. He sips his tea.
Thank you for the weapon as well. I like gesture to my gun.
He
My
nods.
black powder, my rifle.
Has it been serving you well?
Yes.
Good. Real kind of you for setting your friends straight with some money. Okay, till next time. Right, yeah.
Alright. Okay, see you later.
Come back when don't forget about the mines down there.
I'm still facing him as I'm like circling.
Alright, thank you, Rolf. Good guy.
Why are all of our exits so awkward?
I run up to I run up to Flotsam like to catch up, and I'm just like,
was he awkward or was it just us?
Generally, I find that the answer to that question is just me, but perhaps in that sense, it was the both of us.
Oh, you're normal. I thought you were fine. I think he needs to get out of that forge a little bit and talk to people. I think he's a bit of a shut-in.
Perhaps your assessment is correct.
Sorry, Dieter, you were saying.
I was just walking up to, or I guess after finishing up my conversation with Beth, just to be like, so all of that happened. So I think like we might want to use some of the potions you said you make.
She nods eagerly, bringing out like an assortment of different potions from mostly potions of healing, since they are high value and very useful. But she like cocks her head at you a little. It's like, you're going back out again so fast? You've been here like one night. You're not gonna stay around and relax a second?
We can maybe like make food or something, but we do need to go out there because we got people to help.
She looks down a little sad.
Do I realize she's sad?
Roll an insight. It's hard to tell with a mask on all the time.
Yeah.
You can never really judge her expression, but...
Yeah, alright, let's see.
Are her shoulders slumping and her going like that? That's pretty good body language for I'm sad.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's just like really interested in the fire or something. Like something caught her eye.
She's actively excited to see you go. She's like, get out of here, come.
Go! Oh
wow.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of why I wanted to get the potions, too. Which ones did you say make us feel better?
She taps a big, like, casket of red ones.
okay. And I kind of just I hand her my full-on satchel of 218 gold. Just all the gold.
218.
Yeah.
You don't really see it, but her eyebrows are definitely raised.
Well, that's how much Harold. That's what I had to give to Harold, my whole bag, to give me a shield. So that's how it works, right?
Do you count your money in bags?
Well, I only have one, so I can really only say one bag.
No.
Suppose that's true. Let's see how much you have in here. She like opens it up. And she slowly starts counting out all your gold in like piles of 10. It's like, see, these are worth 50 of these little things each. So if you have 50 of these, so 5 towers, let's call them, you can buy one. So you have 4 groups of 5 towers and a little bit extra. So you can buy 4 of these.
I think you lost me now. I need raw, tab. Oh no, sorry. Silas, Motsum, and Adelaide. So this many.
She stares at you. Excuse me?
This is how many of those I need.
One more.
One more?
Oh, you need one for each of your friends. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
She nods and places one somewhat small potion. They're not too big since they're the little ones. Okay, so this little drink is worth this many. And she pushes forward 50 coins.
Oh.
So you can afford 4. But you also have this, and she pushes like 18 that she's counted to the side. I don't need that. You don't need to pay me that. That's yours still.
So this is a bag. Oh.
This is, I guess, like, now your bag. Yeah. Your bag is a lot smaller.
Does Adelaide hear all this?
Probably.
I assume so. I mean, it takes like 6 minutes to write down the spells that she needs.
6 whole minutes.
I just imagine her writing and just hearing this exchange happen, be like, more of this.
It's like Adelaide's writing, like a quill that's kind of flicking around his writing, and Lex is like on his back with a page turned writing on himself.
So I'll take the 18 gold in the bag and just put it on. Where's my... It is. Cool. Well, oh no, I had 287. That's my bag.
Oh, well then you could have afforded to get 87 back.
Okay.
She swindled you.
She swindled me. That insight, that one was for her.
You're getting a potion for everyone except for Viridian?
Well, I have an extra potion, so I'm just going to give that one to Viridian.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, fuck Viridian.
He's not here. He doesn't get the potion.
No, you're not here. You don't get a potion. That's the rules. We don't make them. That's in the handbook.
It's in the handbook.
Chris Perkins told it to me once.
He whispered.
And he came to my house.
Okay. Well, I'll like get them in my hands with the clinks and all that. Well, thank you, Beth. This will be very helpful.
She nods.
Please don't drop them in the fire.
Be careful. I mean,
whoops!
Like that, what is that? Infomercial, like the guy with all the top.
Yeah, like, does this happen to you?
Oh no! Oh, thank you, Beth. We'll be back. We'll be back soon, I think. Yeah, if we do make food, feel free to come join us.
You're not sure when. Probably when you were like looking down and picking it up. As you look back to where she was, she isn't there, and she's like,
"Oh,
if I don't grab her tent, she's like chilling next to you." You're not sure when she got there, but she's like,
oh hi! I almost dropped the potion. So, hi.
Be warming her gloved hands at the fire as if that helps.
Okay.
Some bleeds usually.
Yeah, how many people have wanted your potion so far?
She like scratches the end of her beak and looks around. Well, no one else does anything. Everyone else just sits around. So just you guys.
Well, I'll be sure to tell them how good these are after we take them.
She looks at them, probably knowing they don't taste great. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go give these out to everybody that I can, and I'll come back later to say goodbye. So I'll see you later.
She waves. And that goes to pat you on the arm, but like stops.
Okay. I'll go ahead and so everyone get 1 health potion. I'm assuming it's the basic one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regular.
Everyone gets 1 health potion, including Viridian.
I will put that in his sheet.
Thank you.
I want to grab the big Hydra skull, and I'm gonna tell Flotsam.
I'm gonna go give this to the guy in the cabin. I forgot his name. I feel like he's got space. Yeah, I'll be back.
Oh, before you go, I can clean it off a little bit, so we might have something to eat if you want to eat a Hydra.
If you think you can make something taste good off the face of this dead Hydra, then go for it.
It's still got a tongue, don't it?
I did draw a tongue. I imagine it does. Yeah.
Not that that helps. Does the Hellion often partake in tongue?
I don't think the Hellion's very picky of an eater. I think the Hellion will eat anything that's like protein.
I mean, whale tongue is a good meal.
Just charred.
Flotsam very, very picky. So much so that does not eat anything.
In fact, you are angered. You're angered by the fact that it has a tongue.
Lucky. Oh man.
Dang.
Or rather, just Flotsam, every time you've ever seen food, you've never been like, this makes me wish I had a mouth.
No.
Never has that happened.
Mouths are gross. I don't want one.
Except to express yourself. That's
roll
the only...
either cook's utensils or survival check on Hydra head to see what meats and treats you can harvest.
Roll for meats and treats.
Meats and treats. Just roll.
Meats and treats.
Can I assist? I have survival as a proficiency.
If they use survival, then yes.
I'll teach. I'll give Raw advantage and be like, all right, I've removed cow tongue, so this is how you do it.
You're there just like holding the tongue, trying to rip it out of the mouth. Like foot in the nose.
All right. In that case, I'll roll with my +1 survival advantage. Let's see what happens.
Hey. You harvest the better parts of a face you can, the tongue, the cheeks. That's it.
Tongue and cheek.
All right.
The eyebrow. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see if I can get some Hydra scales off the head. Just like fine Hydra scale.
Roll a survival yourself. If Hellion helps you, you'll have baseline, but it's disadvantage to get any scales off of this face, especially in
I will
its
help
state.
you with whatever you need to do to this head.
Mm-hmm.
The face scales seem to be much more fine than any of the body scales they would have, and any ones you get are like super tiny and meek and frail, and a bit charred from lightning.
Gross.
Oh well.
I'll throw it to the side.
Alright, I'm gonna take that head.
Though.
But you have a huge tongue.
And you got the Hydra tongue too.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll bring the head with me up to the cabin.
Alrighty. Let's cabin up. Let me see if I still have it. I don't know why I wouldn't have it. I don't delete maps usually. get rid of everyone from here except the Hell Ion. Hell's Iron.
Hell's bells.
I'll just I'll draw a thing with my mouse.
Oh, if I see Raw heading up there, I think I would want to head up there too, because I do want to ask the kid something.
Alright, yeah. Anyone who wants to and is interested in heading that direction. If you're going towards the ravine, I guess it's kind of this way as well. Unless you're just going to...
I'll stay back.
Alright.
I think that's too big.
Hold the fort. Anyone who wants to be here for you, just slap yourselves in.
There we go. Knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom.
You hear a little bit of cluttering as eventually the door cracks open, like a few chains holding it slightly shut, as you see the kind of sheen of an eye and glasses kind of reflecting off of the sun that's somewhat out right now as they stare out at you.
Henry! Buddy! How's it going?
Harvey!
Yeah, he closes the door, you hear like a few little laughs.
That's what I meant! Hey!
He opens it, kind of slouching, having heard you already. It's like, come in.
Hey, how's it going, my friend? By the way, I hope you don't mind if I bring this, big head inside as well.
He gives it a look, like he's obviously not enjoying having a Hydra head dragged into his house, but he doesn't really say anything about it. He definitely kind of crinkles up a little like a spider that gets a bit wet.
So, buddy, I was wondering, since you deal with, like, dead things, if you could take the flesh off this and just make it a skull, without all the stuff on it, and, you know, not stinky and all that stuff. Is that something you can do?
He looks at it a little bit horrified, but kind of nods very timidly. I suppose I have those skills, but why do you want a Hydra skull?
Well, eventually, when I get a ship, I have to put something on the front of it. And there's few things as badass as a Hydra skull. So that's what I want to put on the front of my ship. But I would need, like, a taxidermy head would probably get really worn down by the weather, but if, like, a skull that's been, you know, protected with some sort of lacquer or something like that would probably be a better piece.
He nods.
At least that's what I'm thinking.
Gently, like, craning his head towards Comet. I got like the dark lines on his eye over his eyes, and just like that blue like hazy thing next to him.
I'm just like leaning up against the head
Yeah.
like this, and I'm just like,
Hey, you know, you don't have to do this right away. This could be like a pet project, you know, when you've got nothing going on. If you want to just like work on it, chip away at it day by day, that's cool.
Put my hand on Harvey's shoulder, and I just say, I think she's really proud of having this with her. So I think having the skull is just something she wants to have around. So if you can help her with that, it'll make her really happy.
That's right.
He looks at it and nods a little. Can you at least get it outside? The place already smells bad enough as it is.
Sure. Just, you know, don't let anything get to it.
None of my pets will get to it.
Well, if something gets to it, I think it'll just help it get a skull faster.
That's probably true.
yeah. So I'll take it outside, put it like on his front.
A lot of the animals around the area kind of come up to inspect it. All of them seem to be like undead. Like half, like one's got like a little wooden leg. One's got like half its face missing, but it doesn't seem to really notice. It just acts like a whatever animal it is acts.
Right.
Look, Harvey, thanks again for what you've done for us. for agreeing to do this for me. I do appreciate it, and I don't forget favors.
He nods slowly. I'm unsure what that means, but
yeah, it kind of sounds like a threat.
he seems to take it, but he's not really sure. So the first time this kid's had a favor, he probably doesn't even know what you get out of favors.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna walk up to the table and take a seat if I can.
No one stops you. the cat on the table kind of looks up at you and meows. There's a lizard kind of scampers off and falls on the floor.
Petting it lightly, and I'll take out the shard I have on my belt, and I kind of go, Harvey. So I know I sent you a letter before, but I kind of wanted to talk or ask you some things about this shard.
Harvey kind of nods, looking back at the Hellions. Is there a time frame you need that in, or is that just whenever?
Well, preferably sometime before I leave the continent. So I don't know when that's gonna be, because we gotta go to the capital and I don't know, figure out what's going on with that big thing in the sky. So after whatever that is finished, I'll probably come back for it.
He nods.
So, yeah, so no time soon. Take your time. I want it to look really good, okay? I want it to, like, be very cool, scary looking, so it looks really nice in the front of the ship.
He kind of rubs his arm and is like, I'll do my best, but don't hurt me if it's not the best.
No, Harvey, we wouldn't hurt you for anything like that, or anything at all, really.
Just do your best.
He nods and kind of sidesteps and eventually slinks over to the table.
So, we had to use this very recently. One of our friends kind of got. He didn't come out of an encounter very happy, so I had to use this, shine some light on him, and he came back right away. Which before what happened to Silas happened to him. But I don't know if that means that this doesn't work anymore, or if maybe what's happening to everybody else under the blue light can happen to the people that this helped before.
He looks at it, kind of pushing his glasses up a little. Well, I've used that one for a while. We used it on Silas, in fact, so that I don't think it has any limit to how many times you can use it. If it does, I have another spare just in case, I suppose, but it shouldn't falter.
Okay. Right. That's good to know, or it would be if I'm afraid of what is happening to everybody that comes back with this. Or I'm afraid of what might happen to them.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They come back all blue.
I can't guarantee that once this is all done, if the effects aren't permanent, or... I mean, I know very little, honestly, but when the thing in the sky, when someone eventually deals with it, I'm assuming whoever's still up is still up, and whoever isn't. I could look into something if you like, but
are you tied to this area the same way we are?
He cocks his head a little and then shakes it, like by contract, you mean?
Yeah.
He shakes his head affirmatively. No, I was here when it started. I don't think they'll let me out, but I could sneak out if I tried.
Okay.
I don't think they're very...
No, I don't want you to have to go through that. I just wanted to know if maybe that was something we could try. But your friends here, they came back the same way you told me to bring anyone else back that needed to, right? I'm talking about the pets.
Yeah, he nods.
Okay.
The first few were with my own powers, but since I found the crystal, then I thought they would be good guinea pigs, especially the guinea pigs.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess this is kind of a weird situation, but I mean, I guess it was before. Well, for now, it's a great thing to have. I just don't know what's going to happen in the future, but it looks like you don't either. So,
not completely. As far as I know, I've seen many people be brought up and fallen in this land. Some people have been revived by the crystal dozens of times, and they didn't end up as those creatures walking around outside town. Well, some people just after one time of being killed after being brought back were like that. It seems... I think it has something to do with still having things to do, much like a wraith. While you still have something you're doing, something you're seeking, I feel
so
you retain...
a goal.
Yeah. I was worried about the gentleman in town, the one who looks sad.
Oh, the paladin man.
I feel like in his state, if he was to die now, I don't think he would come back happy.
Right, okay. So from what you've seen, if people don't seem to have a point, or at least that they don't feel they do, they don't come back.
He nods. I suppose it's different with animals, since they're primal. Their goal is to exist, I suppose.
Well, I guess, their point is just a little bit maybe more simple than other people's. I get one of those switches they get. Alright, well, this has been helpful.
I hope so. I don't want your journey here to be for nothing.
Right. Well, I mean, I got to see you. It wouldn't have been for nothing. But yeah, well, I'll be in touch. So I guess I'll just say thank you for having us over, and yeah, don't stress too much about what Raw is at. I'm assuming Raw's still out. Oh no, she's inside. Don't stress too much.
Staring at you guys.
Yeah, don't stress too much about it. We'll just come back and see your progress later.
He nods. I will say I'm not the best at taxidermy, just because I deal with animals doesn't mean I'm a professional, but I'm sure I can do better than anyone else around.
Right, I think
tools.
that's maybe why Raw came over here. I think she thought you'd probably be the best person for the job.
Also, your house has a lot of space.
He
I mean,
raises
two positives
eyebrows
right
and
there.
nods. He's like, we can't argue with that.
Right, well, I need to get back to everybody else, see how they feel, and see how we got something to do. So we'll be back.
He nods.
And I'll get up, start leaving.
And one more thing for you, Harvey. For your trouble.
I walk over to him, and I take my pistol and bullets, which I was going to sell, It isn't worth much, and I don't really feel like going somewhere else to try and sell them. I kind of give them to Harvey, and I say,
I don't know what you have as a defense if in case something were to like come after you or something, if you had to defend yourself, but I'm not really using this. There's a bunch in town, but I feel like since you're doing this for me, I might as well give them to someone who might see more use for it. So if you ever need to defend yourself, you can use this. You can keep it, actually. It's yours.
He nods, holding it. It's like giving a kid their first gun. He's just like, oh, this is...
Have you used one of those before?
He looks at it a bit grimly and nods.
Okay. Well, if you ever need shooting lessons or practice, when I come back, maybe I'll stop by. Just to check on the scope. If you want to practice, we can do that.
He nods kind of rapidly at your talking. Not sure if he's really listening, but he's just more nodding to get you out of his house at this point.
Yeah. Oh, and make sure you don't keep it loaded. Okay. Always treat it like it's loaded. That's a very important.
He looks down the barrel to see if it's loaded.
Do not point the barrel at you either, because you could accidentally do something you'd regret. Anyway, have a good one, Harvey. Talk to you later.
And then I do like that. I leave.
Alright. So you bunch wander back to town, joining the rest of the Brady bunch.
So you heard that, right, Raw?
You did hear all that, if you were listening.
Later. I heard everything. What are you talking about specifically?
Well, the shard, how it works.
Well, yeah, you shine light through it.
Well, that's not what I mean. I mean the after of it.
Oh, you mean you gotta have, like, unfinished business, like a ghost or something?
No, but I think I got something to think about.
Or are you talking about after we take down the big blue thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. I mean, there's no way to know until we actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I just wonder how many people around here would prefer for us to not do that.
Oh, because if people who are brought back are dependent on the big one in order to stay here. That's something to think about, because every night that thing goes off, right?
Yeah.
What if there's actually a time limit on it? And so the only reason that the people who are brought back by the little one are sticking around, and...
I start to say this quietly when we get back towards, like, town. I imagine we're not, like, at town.
Yeah,
walking
this is
back.
on your way back.
Yeah, I say...
For example, Silas and Viridian, if they're dependent on this continual flash from the blue thing, it's possible that when we, destroy it or get rid of it or stop the flashing thing, maybe eventually they'll go back.
Right. And I don't know if I want to tell them, but I don't know if that might make them more worried than they should be, because we don't know what'll happen.
Comet, I somehow think that they both implicitly understand their mortality in whatever form that takes. Viridian has always sort of had, I think, a death wish. He's always throwing himself into danger, and I don't think he is trying to live through this somehow. Silas was gone for a while and seems to have experienced something that he's not really telling us. I think Silas also understands what's up. Whatever that is. My advice would be, like, we don't have to talk about it, but, like, let's just not die. That's a good general rule of thumb.
Mm.
Let's not get killed.
Good rule of thumb in everyday world. Don't die.
But see, I feel like Viridian is also not telling us something because, from what we understand, you don't come back as yourself unless you have something to do. And if Viridian, like you said, is trying to really just be reckless with himself, he wouldn't come back.
Viridian's not telling us a lot of things. I don't know if that has anything to do with the blue light. I think that's just the Viridian thing. Like, he's working through something. I thought it was, he was in love with somebody. But, like, I mean, you pointed out before that there are some things that don't really make sense with the story.
What if we just give both of them a goal to do afterwards, too? Maybe then they won't go away.
I mean, maybe. I don't think it's for us to give people goals, though, Comet. You can't... Look, I mean, I tried to pitch the pirate life to everybody, but did that make you want to be a pirate?
I mean, I didn't really know what it was, 100%. I think we had fun when we did it.
It's a pretty exciting life. But I don't think that we can prescribe other people's goals and dreams to them. We can do the best we can to live ours the way that we want to live ours, but at the end of the day, I can't force... Well, I could force people to join my group, but that wouldn't be... I don't know, that's not a good recipe for a cohesive crew. You really can't force people to do what you want them to. So even though I know you want Viridian and Silas to make it out alright, it might not be up to you. It might not even be entirely up to them.
I guess you're right. Yeah, this will have to be something to think about.
I start patting his shoulder because he's like, I can already tell that Comet's like, a little deflated here.
Comet is the one person that did not need to hear this.
Look, Comet, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna learn more about this as we go, and even if, the worst case happens to be true, I have the feeling that it'll be a while before we're faced with that scenario. We've got a lot of time in between then and now. I think we should enjoy it while we have it.
We do. I don't really want to lose anyone else.
I know how that feels.
And I think we'll walk into town at that point.
As you both walk back in, Adelaide, your book is well prepped. You've definitely had time to write in any notes and spells you needed. Flotsam and Silas, whatever YouTube rapscallions are up to, has been done, I suppose.
Yeah, what were you guys talking about while we were gone?
I'm trying to figure out how to cook a tongue.
Fair.
Well, Silas has this cool thing where they don't... Silas does this cool thing with Flotsam where they don't have to like tell Flotsam about their emotions. We just kind of chill and enjoy each other's company. I think it's been established that
sit on roofs and stare at the
Silas
sky.
doesn't make me talk about my emotions or my lack thereof, so I just kind of sit there.
I like the idea that you're about to say something and Silas goes to shush you and he's like, where do I talk from? How do I shush you properly?
That will not stop
me. I just like put it over one of his eyes.
That is not where the sound emanates from.
I'll just cover your face.
My face with your like huge palm. I understand what you're trying to do. I will be quiet.
We're having a tender moment. Enjoy it. I'll continue to like slice up a tongue.
We're having
almost
a tender
as tender
moment.
as this tongue tenderloin.
I'm regretting that I don't have my hammer because I can't pound it.
You could go get the Troglord's hammer that was literally a tenderizer.
Oh, yeah.
One hit
is
on
a
that.
blacksmith.
That's a really cool way to tenderize a Hydra tongue steak. It's the giant ass hammer just smacking it.
So yeah, when you guys come back to town, you see Silas like putting the tongue like on a little wooden board, and then like putting it on a stump, and just pulling the hammer up and around.
I think Flotsam will be over in the corner working on a song.
Mm-hmm.
And there he goes.
The Flotsam corner.
Attempting to remember a song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out with Beth.
There's a wave over at you both as you have walked in. So Flotsam walks off to go play a ditty. So I was rolling your cooking utensils while you're cooking. While Saz cooks and they play a song, Beth looks at you and kind of like pats at her mask a little, probably looking down at it between her eyes. Well, I mean, because there are toxic things out there, spores and smells. I suppose.
Toxic food isn't that bad.
Not the food. I mean, you were in the den. You know how much they smelled down there. That got through the mask, and that. I wear it for my protection from vapors and poisons and any airborne.
The inside of it also smell after a while? You're always breathing into it?
Well, we stuff herbs and other assortments in here to make it smell nicer, for one. But the herbs are said to have some purifying properties.
Do you take the mask off to eat?
Shoulders kind of go up and down as if she's giggling under the mask. It's like, sometimes.
Does the smell of the herbs in the mask like affect the taste of your food? Is it just always like you taste like you're eating flowers, or?
Well, scent is one of the biggest proprietors towards tasting things, so a little. I guess all my food tastes a little bit like lavender.
I guess I understand why you want to protect yourself from like bad smells, but I think you miss out on a lot of good smells that sort of just happen, you know, in nature and stuff. The smell of the ocean, or the smell of like the woods.
Maybe when I'm not in a plague-ridden land, I'll take it off for a little bit.
Alright.
Our order is meant to keep them on as well. It's one of their rules while we're out here. Not that I think I'm a part of the order anymore from abandoning our hideout, but some things stick with you.
I get that.
He gives a joyful whole body gesture.
It's like one of those automated gestures in a video game where you click it and they do like a or something.
I'll sit down.
Dances.
I'll sit down right here, and I don't know if the food's ready, but I'll sit down and be ready.
We still got a while.
Yeah, roll like cook's utensils on the tongue.
It's a big
because
tongue.
I use
It's gonna take
strength,
it.
so I'm going to use the strength.
Muscle it.
So that's 15.
15.
Do you need more heat on the fire to cook this thing?
Oh no, we want a slow burn. This is going to be for later tonight.
I visibly put away the produced flame.
Aww. Well, I think Beth is cold, so she might want more fire.
She kind of looks up at all of you. She's like started to braid like Summer Comet's hair. I'm not that cold.
Oh, okay.
I'm not cold. Who told you I
Well,
was cold?
She was putting her hands up against the fire when I left, so I was like, okay, that's good to hear.
I think Beth is fine. She's wearing like a full body suit.
The zoot suit.
Mm.
It's a speed suit.
Yeah.
So,
Let me know if you are. I think I can get pretty warm.
yeah, you probably just, like any large dude, you just a radiator of heat.
Yeah.
The curse.
The curse.
Even I have to back up, like,
It is the way. Like, you get like a cold can of Pepsi or something out of the fridge, or like a tiny can of Sprite, and you hold that for like 5 minutes, and it's warm. Damn, Phil's a giant.
This is a regular sized can. I'm so lucky.
Can you do the forehead thing with it? Because you're so giant and massive and strong.
I'm not gonna do that.
You don't want to go into work tomorrow with a big imprint on your head.
Yeah.
Coworkers be like, what happened to you?
Knowing me, I'll like hurt myself and bleed on camera for the group chat. I don't want to do that.
Well, I think. Go ahead, Sellers.
Oh, I was just gonna say I do need to go like looking for herbs or something, because I'm pretty sure we don't just want tongues.
Just tongue.
Yeah.
I'll say with the time that has been spent in town and like resting, the food is there, cooking and ready. Asking anyone in here to kind of make sure it doesn't explode will probably be fine if you guys want to actually do something. And stop role-playing in my role-playing game, maybe?
Go do stuff, guys!
God, even though Beth is like, stay a while and chill, like,
I didn't think you'd actually do it.
I still don't get Beth's vibe. I still am having trouble. I've never tracked Beth's vibe, even since we first met her.
Can I get that vibe check off on him?
Yeah, you've been doing a vibe check, and it's been on the loading screen.
Well, I think we all said we were going to head over to the caverns. Point that way.
I still want to check out what's in that hole. Yeah.
You mean by the meat men?
Right, the little meat elementals. Yeah.
The meat
Yeah. See? Thank you, Comet.
I want to go to the meat elemental hole. Don't take that out of context.
It does sound kind of weird when you put it that way.
It's not my fault that there's meat elementals in that direction.
Yeah. Has anyone else here encountered the meat men?
I'm looking at like Beth and Grey Cat, just everyone in this area, like
yeah.
Please tell me we're not the only ones that saw those.
Beth,
things.
you're
They don't
from
even have,
there,
like...
right?
Yeah, she kind of holds up her hands, being assaulted, just like, yeah, I know about the meat things. That little.
Right. Beth saw them. Did you guys see them?
Grey Cat
You know what
nods.
we're talking about, right?
She's like, I go down into the ravine every now and again. They're not harmful. There's little dudes with, well, the rocks hurt. The rocks.
I was about to say, I still have like a scar on my forehead.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. Have they been like that before, or were they just kind of passive?
No, ever since they showed up, they've been angry little shits.
Okay.
How many of you are like from this town before the whole like big blue thing in the sky happened?
No one raises their hand.
Okay, so you all like came here afterwards.
Hmm.
Is there anybody here from like when this was just a town originally?
They just to the guards. We think Nabrakas and the guards, they came down from the main city to make this little fortification.
Okay. Does anyone know if that was after the blue thing, or was it like...
Oh, definitely after.
Okay. So there's no one around here then who like knows if those things were here before... Well, Beth, actually, your orders in that castle, have they been here before, or did you all respond to what was going on and then like take residence there?
She nods. Yeah, we found the fortification. I don't know why I'm the cat now, but we found the fortification down there when we were searching for somewhere safe to stay. The little meat men, you call them?
I don't know what they are.
They're
just made of meat.
They've been there a while. Well, ever since we got here, at least. But they're not things. Like, they're not anywhere else.
Yeah,
Like, those are not creatures that exist in the world. Like, there's goblins and kobolds everywhere, but those meat things? No one's mentioned meat things in any textbooks or adventure guides.
Adelaide and Lawrence, do you guys think maybe some wizard made them or something? Like little familiars to, like, guard something?
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah. With advantage, since I'm pretty sure you did one when you first encountered them anyway.
Yeah, and you're a better wizard now.
A crazy wizard. You do know that they are essentially tiny constructs. They're like pure meat. They're like golems almost, like tiny flesh golems. Made from like mincemeat.
And am I familiar with the type of people who make them?
Not out of meat. Like, you've heard of crazy, like, golemomancers who would dabble in kind of more nefarious subjects of making flesh golems and like things like that, but usually sticking with natural materials is a bit easier because flesh little dudes aren't really as strong as probably clay little dudes or stone little dudes. So you're not sure why there are so many of these little dudes, and whoever's making them is like mass producing little dudes.
Concerning that they would have that much material to make little dudes.
Yeah, that's a lot of little dude material.
I'd convey this information, but make it sound very smart.
Yeah. Use the correct terminology for everything.
Yeah.
But you do say little dudes, but you go little dude.
Little dudes.
Little dudes.
Like, you think they're like bordering homunculus being made out of flesh. But, you know, just...
Do you think maybe
things.
They're using the people that are coming back to make these meat dudes?
Never saw the coach driver ever again.
Oh no.
Ooh, grizzly. Ugh.
I really want to see what's in that cave now. I also don't want to see what's in that cave.
If it's somebody in there... Well, I feel like those rocks weren't there before we got there.
Well, no, that was like a cave, and when we fell down, we saw that whole cave was caved in.
Right. So if there is somebody in there, either they are stuck in there again too, or they have another way out. Or they just don't want to leave.
Beth, how long were you stuck in that troglodyte den?
She taps her chin. No more than 2 weeks. I was there a while, but I had resources.
Okay, so there's hope.
Right. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
He slouches a little and kind of shrugs. I lived.
Or did you? Maybe the mask is
She
covering
runs.
up the fact that
She
you're
sprints
undead.
away. She vanishes into dust.
I'm gone.
You knew nothing.
Adelaide, have you ever made something like that?
No, of course not.
Yeah, if anything, you might have dabbled in like
you can't really
clay
make what they'll
golemancy.
do.
Yeah, like you might have messed with like clay golemancy, but never flesh.
Do you know why someone would make lots of little people like that?
Well, I imagine if someone needs a lot of tasks that they need done, maybe simultaneously, or maybe they need to focus their direction in one activity, but still need to accomplish others.
So maybe these little men broke out? Because if someone is trying to make... If someone needs help, what they're doing doesn't seem to be helpful. So do you think maybe they just didn't want to help after a while?
When we were first in the caves and we fought that big skull thing, wasn't it being controlled?
By the little
small
people.
meat men?
Yeah.
That was being controlled by them.
Yeah, it was being puppeted.
Oh. I had forgotten. I thought that was just a big skeleton.
Maybe they figured out how to make more of themselves and then, like, seize the means of production.
Wait, do you think maybe the person that...
I'm just seeing Fel react on a muted microphone to that comment. And it's...
Do you think maybe the person that made them originally turned themselves into them?
Connor, you could write some really scary campfire stories.
Well, I'm just trying to understand. Sorry.
Maybe we can go to the cave and find out.
Well, that's where we're going.
What time is it in the
It's
day?
still pretty early on. You guys have kind of just been chilling. Like, you took a long rest.
This is all just morning stuff.
Yeah, this is all morning
Jay
stuff.
chilling.
Yeah, Jay chilling.
Alright.
You're nearly up to
Well,
K
we
chilling,
could,
man.
After we eat, we could go today. Let's, maybe not
Sure.
waste time if there are people in there, right?
Yeah, if you kick up the stew and
Maybe.
make it cook a little fast, you could eat it soon.
I'll just leave it when we get back. That's gonna be a while.
No, stand up and brush off the dust.
Who doesn't look like they're doing anything? Isaac, you never do anything. Come watch this for me.
He looks up, he's like, huh? What's up?
Mir.
He's on his phone.
I lean over to Silas and I say, "Wait, Silas, maybe you should ask our paladin friend over there to maybe make it his goal to watch the cooking."
What?
Oh god. Comment.
He should watch the tongue and make sure that it turns out good until we get back. Make sure that's something that's important.
Comment. Silas just sits there for a moment, just going, like, just taken aback by what's coming out of comments. Just, Isaac has it handled, right, Isaac?
What am I handling and why? What is this?
Just make sure this doesn't boil over.
Isaac has like a ball and cup toy that they're like playing. I'm busy.
Yeah, kind of a busy man. Got things to do.
What about the dude whose name is in question marks? Do we
Yeah,
learn
the
his
guy.
You've
We
never
never
asked his name.
Yeah, but
You know he's a paladin. Yeah, the sad paladin.
Okay.
The crestfallen paladin.
Yeah.
Fallen paladin.
That's the one I was telling Silas to ask.
I
So,
see.
like,
I got it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Isaac, you're now watching this. Congratulations, you've been promoted.
Cool. Thanks for the job, boss. He's gonna walk over and just kind of sit back down. You can count on me.
Yeah, I think you just gotta flip it in like 3 hours
How
or
do you
something.
flip a stew?
No, you gotta stir it.
Wait, is this
Very
a stew?
carefully.
Yeah.
I thought it was a big ass steak on a thing.
Oh,
you
so
had over the fire.
we brazen this tongue. This tongue's getting
This
real
is a slow cook.
slow cooked.
If it had a
Ah,
bone,
that's
it
how
would
you
fall
draw
off
out
of
the-
it.
Yeah, you want that rich flavor. You don't want to lose any of that flavor.
Look, we're only going to have Hydra Tongue like maybe once ever, so I'm going to make it as best as I can.
Is Hydra tongue, I guess, probably pretty tough, so that probably makes sense to do it this way, right?
Yeah, that's why they were like tenderizing it.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna walk up to the paladin
You should be flicking through one of the little books that's on the table.
Right. And I'm gonna take out my hunting trap. And
he side eyes it a bit curiously, like,
right. I'm going up to him and it's like, I remember you said you wanted to go hunt with us. So we're gonna kind of be going away for a bit, for like a couple of days maybe, I'm not sure, but I wanted to hand you this hunting trap, so you can maybe inspect it and see if you can figure out how it works, so you can come hunting with us later on. So, learning how to do this is important. So please, watch over the hunting trap, and I'll be back so we can use it together later.
Make it your mission to look after it. Roll a persuasion.
Okay. Where is it? There you are. Ooh, not very good.
He takes it very, like, disinterestedly. I know how a hunting trap works, Comet.
Oh, you know what they call me. What do they call you?
Like my name or what was my title or rank?
What do people say when they're happy to see you?
He looks around as if he's like trying to think back to the memory of that, if there was one.
Oh.
When they're happy to see me. Hello?
Yeah. Alright. Hi, hello.
Wait, what's your name so we don't have to keep calling you Sad Guy?
You've been calling me Sad
Behind
Guy?
your back.
Okay.
Yeah! Because you always seem so sad.
Let's go to his notes.
This whole time, Cheeky's like, yeah, my name is... Don't worry.
It's like that scene in SpongeBob, my name, what's his name? And all the like, SpongeBob's running around.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, we threw out the name.
We threw out his name.
The fork on the left.
My name is Virgil.
Oh. Well, hi, Virgil.
Hello. Comment.
It's nice to meet you. I take out my hand.
He places his much smaller hand in the center of your hand. It's been
to shake.
refreshing to meet you and your friends as well.
Oh yeah, well I'm glad you've been able to meet these people back here. They're really great people.
He nods slowly, looking at everyone else.
Yeah. So I'll put my other hand over his hand as we're shaking, and because we're still shaking, and I'll say I will be back. So we can go out there and we can get some food, some tasty food. So look forward to that. And then
sure.
You're still shaking, and he's
I'm still shaking,
and looking at you like, okay. All right, cool. It's like trying to.
So yeah, we'll be back. See you then. And I'll turn around and start walking away.
Alright, good luck out there, Comet.
Thank you.
Take care of your friends.
I will.
It's a very the smallest of thumbs up as you can, like a thumbs up. Just like the tip
Let's
of the
go!
The smallest thumbs up.
Yeah.
And as we head out,
Adelaide, we're leaving. Get your nose out of your book.
I see everyone leaving. I'll put my violin away.
No one even tells Flotz. He's like, oh, okay, we're going, I guess.
Oh, I assumed he was with
I
us.
didn't yell, let's go!
What did Flotsam play on his way up there as I set up a new map? Or reset up a map?
This will be the first time that I'll say this. I specifically don't want... So I was playing a song to get the, like, playing it right. I was not singing along with it, as I don't want the people to know what I was doing. I mean, if someone wants to ask me, that's fine, but I'm not gonna, like... I don't want to... Without a specific kind of provocation, I don't want to reveal the song that Flotsam was working on.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it's because you were just like preparing a song.
Correct. All right.
We'll throw you out to the sunken ravine.
Oh, it's like when you return to like the first place in the video, like in a video game. It's like, oh, what secrets does it actually hold?
Yeesh.
Hey, I can finally jump over that tree with my jump power up.
Let me zoom out a little. You walk up to the edge of the kind of ramping hillside that led up to the level ground from the ravine, seeing the gloomy cave where you once fought a large skeleton in.
I'll look over to Comet and just go, race you to the bottom. Woo!
What, dude? I'll start hopping and popping. What if the skeleton guy is still there?
What if you're back? You
That's fine, don't worry about it.
wander into the cave, your dark vision kind of adjusting and your eyes dilating to let in more light as you see the mound of the fallen skeleton still kind of just chilling there, hopefully in the same spot. I don't know how he died. I deleted him after he died.
I'm just gonna pick up a javelin from my belt and huck it at the head real quick.
Well, roll an attack. It's got AC. It's bone.
The bone AC.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm all the way over here.
Oh, climbing up.
Flotsam, no! Get down from there.
Flotsam, get down!
Can we tell what species this was?
Roll nature.
Okay.
Oh no, Flotsam's gone.
Fucking scary. That's what species it was.
I'm not staying in there. No way. That thing comes back to life.
You think it's some very fiendish since it has horns and like weird jaggedy teeth. You can only imagine what the jaw of this thing might have looked like if it still had it. Probably something from the Hells. Maybe the skull of a pit. I didn't make one. It's a thing. I just drew it because it looked cool. But we'll say it's like a pit fiend skull and claws.
Oh.
Which is a pretty hefty thing to just be chilling in a cave.
They're chilling.
Comet.
Are the fallen rocks in this ravine? Did we know where those were?
The fallen rock? No, more down. Past the
They were this way.
other cliff. But as you walk out of the cave and past this little cliff edge that you climbed up last time, you do hear sounds of something happening above on the cliff edge. You hear someone fighting something, but you don't hear the clash of weapons on weapons. It sounds like some thing is writhing about to attack whatever it's attacking, letting out these like wails of pain as it swings. And as you kind of turn to like maybe get a little peek of what's going up there, you see a black figure kind of launch out from the top of the little cliff, landing like face first in the dirt, kind of like scorpion tailing with his legs sliding like a few feet as he hits the ground. As you see someone that looks like they're wearing a similar garb to what your friend Beth wears, landing about here face down, no health. Ignore the health. His like face down just seems completely unconscious, but you do hear like the groaning of like ow, and like not dead yet maybe.
Oh shit.
We'll say he's on a little bit of health. We'll put him on a smidgen. And we'll put this on him so you know he's hurt.
Oh no, he hurt.
He oofed.
He oofed.
I want to.
I'll walk over.
Silas will probably both like look over the edge of the cliff to see what's going on.
As you kind of hop up and give a little peek, whoever does,
A little peeksy.
you see it kind of wobbling its way toward the cliff edge, probably to finish off its prey.
Is it a giant scab?
The lone meat, element, just like one of the tiny ones.
Just walking up, like chucking a rock up and down.
He's just got extremely well-defined muscle, even though it's all just mince meat, so there's actually no muscles there.
It's a ripped.
Just has a sick pair of abs. No other muscle, just abs.
Yeah, just abulous.
Just abs.
We made this one out of just ab muscle.
2 arms that are just only biceps.
It's an elemental.
See something rather grotesque kind of meandering its way toward you two. Not really... Well, I guess you're not really stealthing, so you see this dude kind of wobbling his way forward. This mound of flesh and eyes and mouths.
Oh gosh!
You hear it like almost whispering and doing stuff. Roll initiative.
Nope button. I'm hitting the nope button.
Oh god!
Roll to kill.
Gotta roll high on that.
I guess I'll give myself advantage on this initiative.
I got the same initiative as it.
As it? Yeah.
Can I roll again?
Gross.
If you did the thing to yourself, yeah.
There it is, yeah. No, it just didn't allow me to right away. But there you go.
Yuck! This thing is gross.
It do be kind of stonking. It's kind of gross, dude. I wouldn't trust it.
No trust.
Spider-Man.
This thing.
And we'll roll
spider.
Spider.
That's the opposite of a spider. That's made of flesh.
Look at this meaty boy.
Hellion, you see this thing? You don't like it. It doesn't like you.
I think
Shane is gone for right
Shane
now.
left.
Yeah.
I guess in the
Put him at the end
meantime,
of the turn order.
yeah, Comet, you've walked up to this fellow who is face down in the dirt.
Do I see the meat thing or no? Do I realize it's there?
Drop from the cliff and land on his
roll a
ass.
perception if you want to notice it being there. You do hear Silas kind of shouting a bit.
13.
I'll say that's enough to notice something's going on. Like the thing that hit this dude is probably still around.
All right, I will. Oh, that's an action. If I can see the thing, I would like to attack it, but I don't know if I can see it.
It would have maybe 3/4 covers to hit it, since it's still up on a ledge and you can only see like the top of it.
Alright, in that case, I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna Cure Wounds the Opal Eye Scholar out here.
Alright.
They heal 8 heals. 8 points.
Are you like helping them up out of the dirt as you do this? Like,
yeah, I'm trying to get them like up and okay.
As you do, roll me a perception.
Uh-oh. Is this guy about to face hug? Perception. 20.
Alright, that's high. That will come into fruition on his turn, but anything else you do?
Well, actually, hang on, let me see. I got bonuses. I got bonuses in different places.
Exactly, dude. Level 5, man.
Oh yeah, Viridian. We need Viridian over here.
Right, thank you.
I'm all the way back at the start.
I'm Viridian and I'm fancy and I can do battle. I need to be in this.
He's lucky that he's up on the ledge and I'm not up on the ledge, or I'll jump on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kick his ass.
Mr. Nuggets isn't here, I think we should. Viridian's always just backflipping.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, just constantly backflipping to move.
Oh,
I'm gonna go ahead and
keep pose floating around.
I'll drop a sanctuary on Silas.
Alrighty. Silas, you are sanctioned.
You are sanctioned.
I'm a safe boy.
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone has their 9 temp HP, but in case you hadn't.
I think we do.
Be very careful. I say to Silas.
I think you have way more. What's your dex, Hellion?
I have 16 dexterity.
Yeah, you have more than Viridian, so you would definitely be on first.
Who has more
Rewinding a little, just go back to Hellion.
Let's see. Alright, so I see this fucking thing.
Yeah, this grotesque, lumbering mass of undesirable.
Something tells me I shouldn't get near it, so I am going to use a bonus action to put on the blade song, and then I'm going to chuck produce flame at it, try to hit it, and hopefully that'll hurt it.
How far are you? You're starting your turn. You're 15 feet away from it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Does it stank?
No, within 20 feet. I think you're the only one within 20 feet. You're all just out of range of this bad boy.
Oh,
roll me a wisdom saving throw as you're kind of looking at this thing, kind of just absorbing what you're seeing right now.
Okay. How's a 7?
7's exactly what I want. Maybe not what you want.
I needed.
You're kind of like a little stunned as you're looking at this thing, as your ears kind of twitch as you're hearing it just like whispering these things like failures and like just things that are just really biting at you as you kind of which mouth is whispering it at any given time before all the eyes kind of just lock onto you before just like deeply grunting failure.
Ooh.
And they kind of vibrate. You lose use of your reaction until the start of your next turn, and you roll a d8 for me.
Okay.
This is a lot for this thing. A 5. This thing kind of bites at you. It's getting to your mind. Your head's not acting right. You've never had to deal with a thing like this. You take no action or bonus action, and you have to use your movement to move in a randomly determined direction.
Oh, no.
So roll me a d8.
Get out of there.
I guess you gotta run that way. That's
Okay.
it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright, I guess I
will say you
here.
can blade song though. I'll allow a blade song to get off, as that's probably like a defense mechanism. Dance away.
And you said my movement, right?
Yep.
So I go even further with the blade song.
Get the heck out of there, man.
Phew.
I have to put a little thing on it. Viridian. Sadly, that ate your stuff. Can I grab it? I don't want to put a little aura on this bad boy. Right. There we go. Viridian is going to kind of look up at what's going on, see Hellion run off, and he's going to be curious. Kind of running up and climbing his way up. It's going to take his action to start climbing. Let's roll him an athletics. If his page will load. He ain't angry right now, though.
He ain't angry.
He's going to get to the top with his action and just have his weapons ready, seeing this thing. Comet, you do your whole help him up and look around, get a little look at the situation, see Hellion zooting.
Well, I already took my turn, technically.
Yeah, so Adelaide, you see just like the very crest of this thing at the top of this ledge as Viridian has climbed up to meet its height.
I'm going to very loudly say, I'm going to tell everyone to get back. and I'm going to take some steps back myself. And I'm going to throw a firebolt over the cliff and try to hit it.
Alright, it has a +5 to its AC, but see if you can hit it. No disadvantage. There it is.
Oh,
25 will easily hit this thing. Dealing it is not resistant. You throw a bit of fire at this thing, it like cauterizes and like sizzles some of the flesh that this thing seems to be made out of as it lets out this like unearthly wail of pain. All its eyes start crying. Sad boy now.
And I'll use the rest of my movement to take a few more steps back.
Flotsam.
And if I want to cast Shatter, can I do that in a way where it hits just this thing and doesn't hurt Silas? Or sorry, not Silas, Viridian?
Absolutely. There's always a way to angle it.
I also want to know if I can actually hit it with where the
if you like place it in like air above it over here, it'll easily like
I'm actually gonna cast Shatter at 3rd level.
Yo, roll it. Does that have to roll a con save? Yes.
Not a whole lot of additional damage, but
that's pretty good. Yeah.
Do it. You set off this extremely loud clap of like glass shattering in midair as this thing kind of cringes in on itself and lets out just like this shriek of pain, wailing even more now as you're bullying the poor flesh thing. As it looks at you all, its eyes kind of, the veins at the edge of its eyes kind of cresting in on it as it seems to get very angry.
Do I get the sense whether I did like an extra amount of damage to it, or
you don't think you've done more than you normally would have?
Okay.
This thing doesn't seem to have any.
Just with the way that you were describing it, I just want to make sure. I am also going to use Mantle of Inspiration, not so much for the temporary hit points because I don't think anyone needs that. But I'm going to use it on myself, Silas, Viridian. Oh gosh, hold on. I can only use it on 4. One sec.
I'll use it on the Hellion to get them back because they got to run a long way.
Oh, are they done with the?
Yeah, they weren't frightened or anything. Like that wasn't scared. Like just some like.
It was like she was in a trance almost. Like she just turned and like just like power walked over here.
I'll still use it. Yeah, I'll still use it on myself, Silas, Viridian, and the Hellion.
Nice. Let's see if Viridian is smart enough to.
Well, actually, hold on. Before I say that, Cheeki, you said to the Hellion, you said to Ra that she couldn't use reactions, and you have to use your reaction to use this. Is that correct?
That is sadly correct.
If that's so, I will make that 4th one be I guess Comet.
Alright.
And then I won't go my full amount, but I'll go in front of Adelaide.
Comet runs away.
Run away. Seeing this thing in its full glory and seeing all you guys kind of getting down there, he's gonna.
So if you want to move Viridian,
he's gonna get in more defense. He's gonna wait for this thing to get down, so it's a bit more advantageous than dragging everyone up there to fight it with him.
And that will end my turn.
I'm gonna go there, but I don't know if I can move really, or like because I don't know if this thing has resolved itself yet.
No, you can definitely move. As you help this humanoid
scholar.
up, this scholar, You see that his like mask that they all seem to wear is like somewhat off and like laying on the ground, and like as you help him up and did you heal him? You definitely healed him.
Yeah, I did. I healed him 8.
I gotta add that. You see him like as you pick him up, he quickly reaches down to grab the mask and like refasten it. But in that like brief moment of like it being off, you swore that you saw just like almost the same material that the thing on the cliff is made out of, just like bubblegum stretching from his mask to where his face would be under the hood, as he quickly like pushes it back up and fastens it. And he looks up at you, the glass where the eyes would be behind, kind of staring at you in a bit of like he's worried now about you. Like he's not sure what you're gonna do now that you've probably seen what just happened.
Okay. Well, hi. I think you're in trouble, and I think we are too. So, here, come with us.
He nods as he gets up, kind of dusting the mud off of his outfit and fastening his mask a little bit more. Like it was exactly like the thing you saw up there. Like you had too many eyes on the amount of flesh that was there, all looking at you as if someone was looking at you, but it's just unnatural to be looked at in that way.
Okay, I mean, I'm a little taken aback, but I think I'm kind of more worried about the situation right now.
Yeah. He seems to he's going to pull out a pendant that looks like the symbol that is on their doors and everything, and he is going to bless Comet, Silas, and Flotsam.
Hey.
Leaning out a bless towards you three.
It's all 1d4 to...
1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Got it.
Nice. And he's going to kind of back up a little, brandishing a cool-looking dagger that also has motifs of his research on it. Silas.
That's a cool-looking dagger.
He nods, gives a thumbs up.
Like scrambling, like he didn't actually stand up, he was just scooting his butt through the dirt backwards, and now he'll actually like stand up, and I'm actually gonna climb a little bit up this wall, and like on the other side of the wall, kind of just make a fist and like almost punch the air towards it and do a guiding bolt at it.
Hey,
go away!
Get out of here! With your height, I will say it does not have any cover since you're up higher.
Got a gun.
Just gotta add a D4 to that for
done.
That'll hit.
Alrighty, I'm gonna cast it at first level. For 17 radiant damage.
Jeez, that was almost max.
This thing blasts out a chunk of this thing as it lets out just like this very sad, mournful cry of like, like it sounds way too human for what this thing is.
Oh no!
As it is lit up right now. Next attack has advantage.
Shit.
You have more movement or bonuses. Feel free, but.
Nope, I'm gonna chill up on my rock and I'm not coming down. That thing is icky and stringy.
It's kind of gross. It's gonna like writhe and slither its way up to the edge of this thing. And it is gonna like let's see who's around. Horse.
Oh no, the horse!
It does seem to use its weight to kind of just like flop down onto the ground below it, just kind of like splatting on the ground and then kind of bubbling back up how it was. Let's see. Roll a D3. 1. Flotsam. all these mouths in it kind of just start like foaming and like gurgling up something as they all seem to spit out at you.
Yucky.
He's going to shoot it right here, in fact, between you three. And all three of you must succeed a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way of this thing.
Oh.
Oh, no.
All three of us have to, or you mean like just like any of us have to?
All
to
three.
get out of the way.
All three of you have to
Okay.
make one. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Remember, comment, you can add a D4.
Well, that didn't help.
This may help
Not
me.
Comet.
As this like white
15.
kind of glob of something lands on the ground, it like crackles and explodes. Adelaide and Flotsam, you both are able to like shield your most vital part of your body, your eyes, from this, which seems to help a lot. As Comet, you are blinded from this thing as it like explodes
Alright.
and kind of like slathers all over your face kind of disgustingly.
You automatically fail any ability checks that require sight. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage when attacking.
Yep.
Quick, everyone, get Comet. That's
I
our
can't
chance.
see.
Helly, you're up.
I like shake my head to like get rid of this weird brain fog I just had. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? And I turn around and see this fucking thing, and it just hit everybody with a big flash of light. So I am going to, let's see, I think, oops, my blade song up, I'm pretty sure. Wait, how do I?
Get real specific. Get down to the decimals, baby.
Honestly, I think I could just go 40 feet this way, because I have the extra movement. I'm gonna do a bonus action to light the blades.
Light the
with my right
blades!
flame. Light the blades of Gondor. Alright,
Because
now
of it!
eat into my temporary hit points, and then we moving. We zoom in. I'm going to just zoom past everybody, and I'm going to make an attack at advantage because of the cutting bolt.
Remember, you have a +1 as well.
Yeah,
because of
since
your
you
new
need magic
blades.
whips.
Oh, I already
Fix
factored
that.
that in, so we're
Alright.
good to go. Okay.
That'll it.
Oh, thank goodness.
No.
I'm like, this
Oh,
better hit.
good. Oh, jeez.
Of course, a nat 1 on the actual sword damage. It wouldn't be raw without nat 1 damage. So that's 8. 3 of it being fire to slice into it.
Looks very upset. Like the amount of human emotion this thing that is made up of probably like 7 things is all just staring at you as if you are like betraying it almost. It looks very hurt by your aggression towards it.
And I'm gonna yell to everybody else.
Get back! I'll try to keep it in place!
As you run up, you felt like the soil and stone around it was very kind of cushiony and like kind of squelchy once you started running towards it. It was very weird. Viridian is within 15 feet of it. So he must make me his wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Which is enough to beat it. It is a very low DC.
Remember when Ra got a 7?
Gosh.
So they're blessed. He also has to make a strength save as he is also in this like weird kind of dough-like dirt around this thing.
Oh.
But he seems fine. He's like you hear like a squelch as he pulls his boots out of it and runs towards it as well to hit it. You have to surround this thing to get the advantage on it. So he's not really going to bother getting behind it since you have to get a bother to surround it.
It's Viridian. He's gonna get in it.
Exactly. He's climbing in the mouth, man. Gonna make his...
Yeah, exactly.
Kill it.
Gonna roll his...
This is my one move. My one move is to get on top of the thing. I've done it for every big monster we fought. Literally, for every big monster we fought, Viridian has attempted to climb it. That's a 100% true fact.
Facts alive, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got a big enough monster. Viridian would climb inside of it and like start clawing at it from the inside of its mouth.
Whipping out his short sword offhand and going for a...
Oh my god, he even crits when he's not here.
Going for the crit offhand for another 10 points of damage. This thing crying and just like muttering, why?
Oh god. I don't like that it speaks.
But it's like foul mimicry of someone saying that. Like, it does not look like it means why at all. This thing ain't right. Comet. You were within 15 feet. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Sweet.
It's the D4. Do you get the D4 one time, or do you get it for a minute?
As long as it concentrates on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said wisdom, right?
Yep.
Go.
Tommy, you got this.
Okay.
Easy.
23.
Yeah, like something about this thing when you look at it just makes you want to forget it exists. Like you do not want to. You don't want to comprehend this thing existing, and you feel like that's what the Hellion kind of did. They just like saw it, deleted it from their brain, and wanted to leave.
But Comet's blind right now.
Yeah.
You are blind, but you sense it. You hear it. You hear it whispering, and it's talking, and it's like saying, "You did it. You did it."
Well, I know where it was, I'm assuming, and hearing Ra yell, "Get back," I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast a moonbeam right on it.
On Ra.
On Ra.
Tell me what square you want to place that in.
Over Schneer.
Alrighty, let's put a little... let's see if I can get
5 foot radius.
Orb asset. Get an orb. Roll me a spell attack, like you're trying to hit something with a spell. See how accurate you are while you're blind to place this.
18. Wait, no, that's damage.
Yeah, so roll.
How do I do spell attack?
That's a lot of freaking damage.
Roll a wisdom +3, I guess, since your proficiency.
Okay, wisdom
Hello,
+3.
Hello,
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
Basically.
19.
Oh
damn.
Jeez. Yeah. So you place this thing with pinpoint accuracy. It does not deviate from where you want to place it. As this thing... don't worry about it. Does it have to make a save? What save does this thing gotta do?
It needs to make a con save, I believe.
You're speaking way too fast for me to understand what you're saying there.
There you go. It needs to make a con save 15.
Okay. It seems to buckle down as this like radiant moonlight descends upon it, but it just starts screaming incoherently as it vaporizes under your your radiant moonlight.
Hey.
Oh god, Comet just teleported it.
You teleported it to the moon.
Hey DM, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
The text of the spell Moonbeam does say that a shape changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and I'm just wondering if this looked particularly hurt by this this spell.
Like if Flotsam recognizes this, or
well, I mean,
well, it also does state that if they are a shape changer, they instantly revert back to their original shape. So that would probably be the more obvious.
Yeah, let me roll it. Let me roll it, because that is definitely important. That's only if it fails, right?
If it fails, it reverts to its original form.
I believe it's just if it's in it.
So a shape changer, a shape changer makes its saving throw with disadvantage. If it fails, it instantly reverts to its original form and can't assume a different form until it leaves the spell area.
Correct. So it has to fail.
Luckily for it,
That's good enough answer for my question.
Yeah. Luckily for the thing, it did not revert to its original form and is disintegrated. They brought up dang 19 and a 20.
Okay.
Does Comet move the beam over to the scholar like, alright, let's get you back?
Hold on, guy.
The thing seems gone.
To be in action.
The scholar seems to be taking their breath. As one of you maybe know, you're not sure how this man's operates.
I mean, only Comet knows that he's all bubblegum under the mask.
This is only Comet.
We're out of initiative, right, Cheeki?
Yes.
Is the ground still spongy?
No, it seems to kind of solidify once this thing is like evaporated from existence.
Bless you.
Okay.
God bless. Did I have music for the ravine?
No, I think it was just the forest.
Yeah.
Also, Cheeki, I will say, I know we started late, but I am gonna have to go. So
yeah. No, I was gonna say this is definitely an excellent spot to end it. So we will start the wrapping up. So if anyone has to go, feel free. But let me grab some dang. Let's grab the before. It's a classic, right? Alrighty. Thing seems gone. Any effects of it seem to be gone. Comment, the stuff in your face seems to quickly harden and then crack and then kind of fall off. The big rocks want to wash your face.
Yeah.
Right. Where'd it go? Is everyone okay?
Yeah, you got it. Hey, I'm gonna walk over to Opal Eye Scholar over here and just be like, "Hey, you okay?"
He nods, putting away his little dagger, kind of giving you like a strange salute, like probably a part of his order, their way of like bowing, placing one arm somewhere and another arm doing something else as they bow a little.
All right. One question. What the fuck?
It was Abomination attacked me. That's what the fuck.
Why?
I didn't think to ask.
Like, I the last time we came here, you guys said you don't like leave. So, why?
He looks up there and he's like, "Well, I was sitting out the front, saying all kinds of weird stuff. So I drew the short stick."
But wait. But last time we came here, you didn't answer the door for us. Why did you open it for that?
To kill it.
For them. So they sent you to get rid of it?
He nods.
So
Insight?
what they
Feel free.
Oh wait, did I? We'll
right.
just take the first roll, 3. That wasn't with
He
it.
takes off your bless. He removes your bless.
You're not blessed anymore. You don't have it.
No bless, no bless.
He takes off your bless.
unbless?
Unbless,
You know
unbless.
what? You know what? I had it. Unblesses you.
You know what?
Unbless.
I'm sick of your lip.
I
No
disbless.
So would they have sent someone to attack us if we didn't step away?
Anyone rolling above S7 can tell he's definitely hiding something. Or just seems off in general. But he shakes his head. He's like, "Well, you guys seem at least somewhat normal. At least who reported your presence said you were normal. That thing, not normal."
What do you mean by somewhat normal?
He gestures at Silas, then Comet, then you, then Ellie. Normal as in sentient and calm.
I'll turn to
Flotsam and just go, yeah, if I saw a group of people like us walking up to my front door, I would probably lock the door too. Not gonna lie.
Understood.
Plus, we have orders not to let anyone in. We didn't let it in. I came out.
And are they going to let you back in?
He shakes his head.
So they sent you out without wanting you to come back?
He nods, kind of putting away his symbol. It's the rules.
Your order's really stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of rules are dumb, but that one's very dumb.
We don't want to risk contamination of everyone in our order inside there. I'm willing to not go back in.
Step back immediately. Oh, are you sick or something? Gross.
I could be. I've been out here. You saw that thing.
Was that thing contagious?
He shakes his head. I don't think so.
Oh, no, I'm worried.
You don't think so?
He looks at you.
Wait, what? He looks at you.
He looks directly at you, Colin.
Oh, what? Wait, we've met someone from your order. What do they call you?
What does who call me?
Your order.
I was a scholar, now I'm an outcast. I'm still technically
You still
a
have
bard.
a name.
What's your name, bro?
Oh,
Come on.
My name.
Right. When
Right.
you want to know someone's name, you can just ask them what their name is.
Is that what a name is?
My name's Ulysses.
Okay.
You don't know what names are?
He's a furbolg, dude!
You have to know what names are.
I love that Fel was the only one.
No one was reacting. Everyone was like, he's having trouble. He wants...
Fel was
What are
just
you...
like,
Well,
"Fighting."
Yeah,
I'm
what
still
is it
using
fair?
it. It's all right. It's all
To
right.
be fair,
You
a
clearly
gibbering mouther
grasped
did
the
just invade my
concept.
mind for a round, so I'm
Yeah.
still kind of trying to gather myself. But
you
also,
clearly... You grasped the concept clearly. You have a name.
Yesterday, Connor, we had a discussion about names. We talked about this.
Right. Well, I thought that was something that people. That's why I asked if people can have more.
Okay, all right. So here's the skinny on names, right? Name generally is like the name that you're given either like when you're born or like the one that you choose for yourself so that people know what to refer to you as. But then there are titles, and titles are completely different. Titles are like what you are, for example. So this is an opal eye guy, right? That's his title. Okay?
Yeah, by the
Right,
way,
that's
do you
your
need
title.
me around anymore? Am I needed here for this?
Yes. Don't go
Okay.
anywhere. We got a lot of questions for you, bud. Hey,
I step by
bud!
him.
Bud is a phrase, but it's not a name. It's just what I can call him for fun. It's not like he was known as Bud before that. That's like
Right,
a
well, Like
pet name or
people are
something.
my buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, a title, right? But that's not a
He
strict
looks at
name.
you,
Do you get it? Do
Flotsam,
you get
for
the difference?
any hope that he can get out of this.
Do Flotsam's eyes really look like they're full of hope?
Yeah. Yeah,
It
you're
does
going to
look
be
like
looking at
similar,
those things for a while.
You see, like, the reflection of your own eye glow from his, like, the glasses of their mask.
He's got no eye glow.
Well,
He's
no,
got a
you-
mask on himself. Oh, my eye glow and
Yeah,
his.
yours
Yeah,
reflecting
yeah,
from
yeah.
it.
All right,
Well,
Ulysses.
While they're having the
What kind of
conversation about
cornering
the while their conversation about the name, it seems as if we have done you a service.
He nods. Somewhat.
You would have perished. You would have perished without us, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you agree with that?
He looks like he wants to deny it, but he kind of nods.
It's usually customary in most cultures to, when a service is done for you, you provide the other person, or in this case, group of people, with something in return for said service.
He kind of splays his arms out. It's like, well, don't really have anything on me.
Can I check if that's true?
You can perceive him if you want to look up and down and see what he's got. You know he's got like his little pendant, which is probably a holy symbol or arcane focus of some sort. He's a dagger, and his clothes.
Without asking, I'm gonna frisk. Can I frisk him?
You can attempt to. You can roll a sleight of hand.
A robot frisk.
See what you get before he reacts.
My hands go beep 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 beep. Beep. Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Did I roll that at like disadvantage?
No, he's gonna make like a contested. It's like an anti-grapple. It's like a weird thing. You get a few pats before he kind of like pushes you away with his hands. He's like, "What are you doing?" Huh? It was an invitation, buddy.
In patting him, do I notice anything about the way his body feels?
You definitely feel like it is like you've patted people before. You've felt solidity to people's forms. This thing, he felt a bit squishy.
In a way that's gonna I don't know how to ask this. I guess I'll let you answer this question.
Roll an insight.
Okay, is it weird enough?
Do you get what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to like
to see
ask.
if it's like it definitely
Is this the normal level of squishy?
Yeah, it is definitely like a weird squish to it. Does not.
His whole body feels like a water balloon.
A little bit. It just like it feels like you're like squishing a sack of Play-Doh or something. And like he reacts a bit too much to you poking somewhere where like internally you might have like poked an eye or something. If he is truly made out of just the same thing.
I'll pull my gun on him.
Oh shit! I look. I'm like, I put my swords up. My swords are still out on fire, so I just kind of point them at him.
I just take like a fighting stance, putting up my dukes, and
he puts up his hands, and we'll leave the session at that.
Yeah. I'm gonna run in between them and the guy, and then we'll just leave it there.
Freeze
shoot Comet. No, Comet.
No. As you all gang up around this dude, ready to do something to the poor entity.
I wasn't trying to feel it for squishies, but I figured that out as I was doing it. I was like, oh no, he didn't have the squishies.
Gennaro says, dude had one too many Cheetos and gets a gun pulled on him. You're right, though.
You'd be right, dude.
You're too squishy. What are you hiding?
What do you got?
Got a pack of Lays in there, buddy.
First you pull out like an LA gym membership badge, and then you feel the squish. You're like, something's not right.
Like a 4 year
resolution. I didn't go.
No.
Well,
all right.
Thank you all for showing up to week 16. 4 more weeks until we potentially attempt another Q&A. But then push it off to week 30 and then never do it. Bars for Bars is over, right? So we're not ready to really recommend. Y'all raised a lot. Holy moly.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the final tally yet, I don't think.
I'm like definitely gonna attempt to join next year.
If I am right though, I think it was over 20,000.
Yeah, it was definitely over 20. Awesome. So woot. Yeah. So people are going to be playing some Phasmophobia. I think that was one of the stretch goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, we need to play that.
Forget what the stretch goals are actually.
Well,
I know that it was Joe Cat makes an animated music video, I think, for the first one, and then the second one was Phasmophobia.
That's like a big. That's like a big difference. It's like animated music video playing a game.
As far as I know, I could be wrong, but
no, I think it was Joe is going to give out his other Wiggler head.
Yeah, so 1,000 was giveaways. 3,000 Cammy Cat gets a new song. 5,000 Logan gives away a copy of Stibbles. 7,000 Joe gives away a used this for you artists, everyone but me. Wacom Cintiq.
Damn.
Wacom
Wacom Cintiq.
Wacom Cintiq.
It's Waconium.
I knew reading it that it was some sort of artist thing.
Yeah.
10,000 everyone plays Phasmophobia. 15,000 it says possible Humblewood one shot, and then 20,000 was Joe gives away his signed spare Wiggler.
Okay.
60,000 was an animated music
I
video,
see.
but
All right,
but we didn't get there.
That makes
That was
sense.
the big goal.
Yeah.
Makes sense for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anybody got anything going on within the weeks? I know Dean and I Wednesdays usually doing something.
Oh yeah. Tuesday over here we're usually streaming.
Yeah, Wednesday for me because I'm Australian.
Yeah.
Tall Tales is going to be starting back up next Sunday. You can find myself there, and also like everyone who's here except for Tabby. I guess we'll have to get you in, and then Cheeki we'll have to get you in as well. But Tall Tales is starting up. We're in the talks right now of possibly starting a City of Mist one shot. But yeah,
we'll see.
That's on.
Keep in touch.
It's on YouTube under Tall Tales. It's an improvised Dungeons and Dragons comedy show.
Like heavily improvised, like emphasis on the improvised.
We don't think of anything beforehand, and we make it off of suggestions.
It's pretty impressive.
I've made up names on the spot.
Right? Oh, this dude didn't have a name when he showed up. You're like, what's your name? I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know. I'm going to tell you right here, Chief. He don't have a name. I was going to say Gary, but I was like, no, they're going to laugh.
That would be good if we laughed.
Right.
What's your name? Big Chungus. That's your name? It's out
what
there.
Are the kids like?
Yeah, right. What makes the funnies?
Where's the funny at?
Right.
So I guess we'll go ahead and say goodbye.
We'll see you.
Bye, everybody at home.
Bye.